Retro Jills, punked out turtles, and one very fancy bird from Gotham. Your wallet's about to hate you, collectors. So stick around because today we've got some awesome surprises and two very special guests joining me on Zack Wise World. Welcome, you action figure junkies, to another episode of Zack Wise World, your home for action figure news, rumors, and recent releases. I'm Zack Y, your enabler-in-chief, and today we got a killer lineup of Hasbro, G.I. Joe, Classified Retro Cardback Wave, say that 5 times fast, NECA TMNT Punk Pack, and Beast Kingdom's Batman Returns Penguin Deluxe figures. And I'm excited to welcome two awesome collectors and action figure pros. Here's Gannon, aka the Domesticated Caveman, and Zack, aka Agent H. Guys, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. So today we're going to talk about some killer new releases, share some collector insights, and maybe laugh at some of the crazier figure accessories along the way. Okay, so kicking it off, we have the Joes. So Hasbro's Retro Cardback Wave featuring Zap, Crazy Legs, and a female Crimson Guard. Each figure comes with on that classic cardback, perfect for army builders and nostalgia addicts alike. We have some good stuff. I'm not much of the retro cardback stuff. How do you guys feel about these retro cardbacks?
Go for it, buddy. You're a big Joe guy.
They look cool. I'm like you. I'm not really a big retro card guy myself, because I mainly, tear them out of the box. But if you're an inbox guy, I mean, they look great.
Yeah, I think that would be. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's exactly the point of this. I mean, I don't see the point of keeping things in boxes, but these I kind of get a little bit the way they're displayed with everything, and so if I was collecting the cardbacks, right, yeah, I'm probably still going to tear into it though.
Right. Well, like a lot of the old school original G.I. Joe, the cardbacks are worth a lot of money if you can get them clean, even without the figure. It's kind of insane. So that's one thing I appreciate about manufacturers nowadays is that they are thinking of both collectors. We got the strictly inbox collectors and the out of box, or there's hybrids like us or like me who will do a little bit of both. And I think it's cool that they're spending a lot of time and effort into the cardbacks because it makes it worth keeping them if you'd like them displayed that way. So I'm happy to see that companies are taking more effort in their packaging and making it look really cool like this. It's nice to see.
Yeah.
So these figures are up right now on Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, but act fast because these retro waves disappear faster than snake eyes in the shadows. I swear, Hasbro's mastered the art of selling us our childhoods back one $25 hit at a time, and it's working on collectors everywhere. So some questions for you viewers. Which of these retro Joes is your favorite? And do you open your cardbacks or keep them, or keep them sealed like sacred relics like I do for most of my figures? You let me know. Leave a comment below. Any final thoughts? You guys are going to be picking these up, Gannon or H? You guys got your eye on
I'm going to get a couple of those female Vipers. They look pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice to add them. Yeah, it's nice to add them into the mix and get a kind of variety of different looks for your your figures that the superheroes need to beat the crap out of. What about you, Gannon? You gonna pick up any of these?
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Like when the time comes around, I always kind of keep my eye out for that special on Amazon where they're like, $18. You can get them. Yeah, then I'll buy 3 or 4 of them, and then I have there you go. Find some right there. Yeah.
I like the more classified stuff. The G.I. Joe classified series, in my opinion, is better. I mean, I do have some figures of the retro card that I really like the actually these guys right here. These Cobra soldiers. They're really fun to army build. But then you have like the classified police officer, which H and I have been really like happy with since we bought them. So
yeah, I need to get 3 or 4 of those.
Totally worth
troopers. It. If I get 3 or 4 of those, I can do like a mixer party at the Cobra Mansion or something.
Right? Yeah, right. How are they gonna drink it with all those masks on?
That's what straws are for.
They can just take their mask off and use it as a punch bowl.
That's exactly right. There you have it.
So moving on to our next segment, we got Turtle Power. NECA brings us the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Punk Leo, Punk Raph, and Scrag 3-pack inspired by the 1987 cartoon episode Enter the Shredder. Scrag finally gets his first figure, and the set is fully articulated with loads of accessories, pizza slices, VHS tapes, teddy bear, and even a sledgehammer. Only NECA could make a 3-second cartoon cameo feel like a full-on collector's quest. Scrag finally made it out of the shadows and straight in onto shelves everywhere. The photos are really cool for this. I like that. Like we talked about all the time, right? I like the way this looks. I'm not a big NECA guy, but I think NECA collectors, especially with TMNT stuff, it's kind of a nice reprieve from all the Ronin that we have and the different. There's so much Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's cool to see a little bit, another variety of them. I'm getting a little fatigued on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Gannon, what do you think? Are you feeling a little bit of fatigue on these guys?
No, I just bought Casey Jones, but I can tell you, I still don't own. Well, I take that back. I own all four of them, but they're from like, the 5-inch like Nickelodeon card back things that you got at Walmart. It's when I first started taking photos of toys, and I was like, well, I need some of these turtles to take photos of, and they're just, they're not great. So I will be officially burnt out on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the instant I can find a 4-pack of the ones I really like that a classic look, and these ain't it for me. So, but to each their own. I mean, for a big turtle collector, this is probably something that they would want to add to their collection.
Yeah, and I will say that these are going to be exclusive on the NECA store, so don't be looking for these in store. H, what do you think?
Well, since they're exclusive on the NECA store and have that cameo figure, they're going to be gone in about probably 30 minutes, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
That's tend to how these go. I'm not a big. I mean, I like the cartoon, but there's so many figures that they put out for the freaking cartoon series,
right?
Let alone like Ronin and all the other sub TMNT lines. So I just stick with like the 4 movie turtles that I have. I'm like, I'm good with that.
Lucky.
Well, you guys kind of just you kind of just touched on a topic we can shelve for another day, but like this is one of those instances where we've never had a Scrag figure, and they have it in a box. So with 2 other figures that you have to buy in order to get it. And in the community, they call them hostage packs because you have to, this figure is held hostage by the other 2 and the price tag that comes with it. And we see that a lot happening in the, manufacturers doing that. It's
the Marvel Legends 2-packs.
Yeah, Marvel Legends 2-packs.
Pay that Wolverine tax.
Yes, Wolverine tax, absolutely. It's like with it's like with their Build-A-Figs. We can definitely get into all of this, and maybe, like I said, we can table it for another conversation. But it's definitely something to think about. Hostage packs. How do you feel about them? Are you going to be buying figures? Even if you didn't like the other 2 that are in the pack, would you buy it anyway? We see that right now with the Magic the Gathering stuff, the crossover they have with the Battle Damage Spider-Man. So there's a lot of that kind of happening. Which
I've heard it's a big fat turd, by the way.
Yes, I've been seeing a lot of problems with that figure in particular out of that wave. It's the one everybody wants, and it's not looking
legs
very good.
Breaking.
Yes,
legs
immediately literally coming out of the package. It's a damn shame. Damn shame.
Well, that's what they get for putting a magic card in there. But anyway, I digress.
So those cards aren't so magic after all.
Yeah, right. Absolutely not.
evil magic.
So NECA fans out there in the community, what obscure TMNT character would you like to see them make next? You leave a comment below and let us know. And entering our last section of the episode, something that is more close and near and dear to my heart, not Deadpool, but Batman and stuff. At the top of the show, we mentioned how Beast Kingdom is going to be doing their version of Danny DeVito's The Penguin.
That's out right now, current on Big Bad Toy Store.
Yep. So you're going to want to go get this guy. There's the deluxe edition, and then there's the standard edition. Nothing says luxury like paying premium for a tiny tuxedo bird. Somewhere Bruce Wayne's accountants are sweating.
Yep.
So it'll definitely be interesting. I think there's definitely a lot of value here. You mentioned Beast Kingdom. That's definitely like a hiccup because and H and I were talking about this before the show. Their scale it's even bigger than McFarlane. So people that are complaining about scale, these are
because they said this is 16.5 centimeters tall, which if I'm doing math right, what's that, about 6.5 inches?
Yeah.
Which means that the penguin, who's supposed to be shorter than all your figs, is going to be taller than most.
Much taller. Yeah, so like the standard figures are like 8 inches tall. So they're even bigger than McFarlane. So this will not scale with anything else that you have, including McFarlane. The which to me, if people want to complain about scales, this is like in order for this to make sense and look good on your shelf, you have to go buy all the other Beast Kingdom figures to make it make sense. Unless you pose it by itself or put it on myself on the shelf, which. Again, a lot of people, if you love the Danny DeVito Penguin, you're gonna like this figure, and maybe you can just display it by itself. Sorry, yeah.
There you go.
Well, Beast Kingdom is one of those toy lines that seem to be kind of stumbling right now through. They can't quite get it right. I think maybe with some time and them figuring out their issues, they might be able to become like a pretty significant company to deal with to buy action figures from, but there's other companies that are making figures right now that we've talked about and we continue to champion, like Jada and even Storm Collectibles and some of the other figures or toy lines are coming out right now that are LPZZ especially is one I've been really championing that are like kind of changing the way companies should be doing figures and they are like I'm hoping. And we've talked about this in our last episode, hoping, and again, you've said this, next year for 2026, us consumers are going to love what's coming out. I think there's a lot going to happen, a lot of really cool things on the way. Excuse me. And that'll be great for us collectors. So
I agree.
So that's going to be it. So to recap, Hasbro brings nostalgia. NECA digs deep into the sewers and Beast Kingdom. And Beast Kingdom proves Gotham villains can be stylish. And hearing Gannon and Zack's takes on these figures make the conversation even more fun. So here's a quick joke. Honestly, this week's releases are so good, I'm starting to think my shelf might file a formal complaint.
There you go. The dads rejoice.
So which of these drops is the top of your list this week? What's your biggest pre-order regret or flex? And if you could resurrect one retro toy line, what would it be? So those are questions for you viewers. Leave a comment below with your answers. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks to Gannon and Zach for joining me. And thanks to all you action figure junkies for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next drop. I'm Zach Y, and those were wise words from Wise World.